Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, hump day. Woo! I can almost woot. October 20th. This is a look at your watch list. Little bit of a relax here in the SPY futures. But you know what? We are doing really well. We have, I know sometimes we look at it and we're like, the market is just, it's rolling over, it's rolling over. We kind of felt that way back here. And then all of a sudden, we're right back up. A couple of pushes, and we're going to be right back up at those all-time highs. We have all those earnings coming out, so we have a lot of that. We had Netflix last night, and although they did, they beat on their money. They beat on money. There's, of course, looking forward at subscriptions and stuff like that. How are they going to keep that? But they have some of the best content out there. Squid Game's the most watched series ever, I guess, is what they said. So kind of crazy, but overall our markets are still doing really well. A little bit of an inverse head and shoulders that capped out here, and we're getting ready to hit the neckline on that, which could then trigger the opposite effect, right? Then when we start going the other way. But why? Here's the thing. I know that we get a lot of the, well, the market's going to turn, or it's going to be red tomorrow, or okay, maybe it is. But why I don't understand the constantly trading for what might be versus what is. And unless you have a crystal ball, and if you do, please let us know. We would love to help you or trade with you or have you tell us what to trade. But if you don't have that crystal ball, then just follow that price action. And price action in the markets is still telling us that we are still on an overall uptrend. Right, so even though we took these little dips, I can't argue with the overall uptrend that we have been on for some time. All right, all of that being said, we are getting closer to those all-time highs again. And all of those earnings, we have Tesla after the bell today, yay. And then, of course, next week, a flood of earnings. So I think the market just kind of digesting everything that's coming in, a little bit hesitant. We have a lot of supply chain disruptions. Good action in Bitcoin, right? Yesterday was the first day Bitcoin futures traded. And, oh crap, now my chart, there we go. I hate when my charts don't want to just churn for me. Bitcoin here, right up near the highs. We hit 64, just shy of 65,000. And it wasn't that long ago, like we're sitting down here. So, 3 weeks ago, we're sitting down here going, oh my goodness, it's way back at the 200. And bam, it just really took off. Definitely going to be looking into some Bitcoin plays today. So let's go ahead and start there. I'm going to start with coin, if my chart will let me change. I don't know. Oh, I don't know, man. There it is. We'll just do this. There we go. Coin. Okay, this was yesterday. We drew in this line. We said anything up over this line brought us to a nice little double top. We used that line and we jumped. Right. This morning we are going to be continuing on. I would watch now this area, which is at the 306.55 area for the next move higher. We really have quite a bit of room in here to continue on, right? I would say our next real big level is going to be somewhere right here around 326. A room in there to get up there. But I am watching coin here. Now, coin also has exposure to, it's where you can go to buy all kinds of different cryptos, and that's why I really prefer this one. I like the December 300s, or if we continue on here, I would go ahead and look at the 310s. But the 300s right now have really great open interest, and I think those 310s will really start picking up. December's options, by the way, a lot of them haven't really started to roll over from November yet, so the open interest could look a little bit lighter. Just keep that in mind and start looking for the volume to start picking up. But you'll see a few of these that you'll look at and be like, wait, why would I want to buy in December when there's not really a lot out there? It's all sitting in November. Well, those will start rolling out here soon. But make sure that you trade what is comfortable for you. Coinbase, where I like it, I like that here. You can trade Mara, Riot, BT. These are much more reasonable on pricing. I know sometimes I get the how come you don't buy anything I can afford. Well, look at some of these other names that are very good. I'm in GBTC long. I'm just in shares on this one here. This one does not have options, but this is a great equity play. ETHE. So there's a lot of them out there. Kind of choose your poison and go with it. All right, next, let's hop on over into some Chinese names. Now, I didn't set all these up, but these are definitely making some good moves. They're continuing on here today. They had that nice push off the low, a lot of regulation in China. They moved up, consolidated, big push yesterday. And BABA has this gap sitting right here. So keep an eye on BABA, JD. Oh, sorry, Billy. All of these looking very good here for continuation today. So take a look at those Chinese names. I still like those for day trades versus overnight swings. Etsy here. Etsy has earnings coming up. Beautiful move up. Put in a high yesterday. Stopped. Put in this little candle just resting at the top of the this larger move, which is why I took crowd as well. I'll go over that here in a minute. Sitting in here really nicely. I like Etsy, and I like the 230s in December. EMR, Emerson Electric. This is one that we looked at the other day. It was on our list. It's coming up here. It's testing the 34. We have earnings coming up, and energy is a great place to be. Energy, oil and gas exploration. A lot of those names doing well. So take a look at Emerson. I like this for an equity play. I didn't really like any of their options, but great chart here. Nice squeeze, testing the 34. Anything over the 34 there in EMR. Pinterest came up on our scan yesterday, and look at this nice move away from the 20, 50, 34. We do have some resistance coming up, earnings coming up as well. So looking for a day or maybe just an overnight swing here in Pinterest. Nice move on this continuation. Looking for the 55. Remember, we're going to 56.76 will be that resistance. Once we clear out 57.15, we have some pretty clear sky. And if we didn't have these earnings to worry about, look at this, right? We have this whole kind of island right down here, looking for a move to the gap and then to the 200. So keep this on your list here for a while. We'll see what it does after earnings as well. ASAN right back on the list. We kind of looked at this, totally missed it yesterday. Beautiful move on, looking for above this resistance level that we drew, and it blew right through that yesterday. So now I would come in, take a little look at something like this. Lots of room, anything above yesterday's high, or if we get a little push back down to the 124.80 area. I like ASAN. I like those 130s. Solars yesterday did pretty well. Some of them came and sold a little bit off at the end of the day. My favorite here is going to be JKS. I like we can match up some candle resistance, anything over that 55 area, or wait to the 50, I'm going to say 57. That'll bring us up above this fib line. Watch for solars to continue. TAN was added to the IBD list yesterday. So looks like the Investors Business Daily is looking for solars to continue their move here. So keep an eye on JKS. Also, this might have a little bit to do with the infrastructure bill that they're trying to get out again. I feel like we've been talking about that forever. I'll wait until we see if they actually get anything out. But JKS here looking well. I like the 55s. MGM. Really nice. So we've had a few very nice moves where we push up, consolidate, push up, consolidate. Closed yesterday, nice little level here. Anything over 47.40, I like MGM. I would take a look at those 48s. I like plug, bullish gap. Great, sitting here, nice open window candle. So anything over 33.50, and I would take a look at those 35s. And can't not talk about Tesla. Tesla has earnings after the bell today. Probably pretty active. Would I hold it through? Absolutely not. Because as we have seen, even good news can turn out to be a bad reaction the morning after. But beautiful move up here yesterday to 80, just shy of 878. Look for day trades in this. I would look at the 860s and 870s in those. And crowd. I took on some crowd yesterday. Crowds had these beautiful moves where they take a little break and then they come in, push back up. Yesterday we ended with not quite a doji, but pretty close to a doji looking candle here inside some pretty nice volume. We did not, or a nice price action. We did not have a lot of volume on this yesterday to drive the price down, so I went ahead and hopped in some of that before the end of the day, looking for this to now maybe even continue to pause here today, but then push back up through this trend line. So I am in crowd. I got in that late yesterday. And I am in the, I gotta go over here and look. I didn't even put it in my list. I am in the December 17th 280 call, and I got in at 21.15. Okay, that is it for me this morning. If you have any questions, let me know. Look for maybe a little bit of a break here, a little bit of a pause here in the markets. Kind of quiet and mixed going into the session here. Not a bad, the index is still very strong, so don't get panicked. Trade what you see, not what you think is supposed to be happening. All right, that's it for me this morning. If you have any questions, reach out. Heather C, GivingTreeTrading.com.